Hello, hello, Raptors Nation. It is Basketball Rewind here, and it is Kenyon from Basketball Rewind. So, welcome to my channel. This will be one of the first kind of recaps of sorts that I do on my channel. I will be doing them infrequently because I will be making other videos. Watch out for them. There will be a Siakam video that comes up eventually. So, with that being said, instead of covering all of the game, because you can check my video out on that on Basketball Zone, which I will have a link in the description for because that will probably go up before this video. I wanted to first welcome my first guest on my channel, Coach Roache from the North. And I also wanted to say what we're doing today. We are going to be breaking down a couple games or a little bit of game tape because guess what? The Raptors just won, and there's a couple of offensive possessions that we noticed that we really liked that we want to cover. And so we're going to cover that. We're going to have a little bit of fun doing that, and Coach is going to give his great insights. And also, it's just fun to talk hoops because we talk hoops basically all the time after every single game and then some. So, without a further ado, let's start. Do you have anything you want to say before I share my screen?
I'm excited to do this. I talk hoops, win, lose, draw,
Yep.
summer, fall, winter, spring. It don't matter for me. Basketball is a big part of my life, and it always has been. So it's great to break down some plays and some X's and O's that we've seen on the basketball court.
Yep, FIBA, NBA, like anything.
High
College.
school, college, it don't matter.
Okay, so the first few ones that we're gonna look at are the impact of Scottie Barnes and how he's been used as a connecting piece, but specifically in this game. So, this is in no particular order. We're gonna do this as a surprise. So we're gonna start with this play right here. And so the nice thing about this play, as I just turn down the volume here, and we're gonna start this play at the beginning. So this was a really interesting play, in my opinion. At the very beginning, we're going to see Scottie take the ball and kind of relocate the ball really quickly to Siakam, I believe. Quickly play it one time, and then we'll go again. Yeah, yeah, it is. You're right. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the very beginning of the play, and we're gonna break this down bit by bit.
Freeze. If we c- so when Scotty touched the ball, he just caught the ball like in with one hand.
Yes.
And the second that he caught it, he turns right away to Pascal. Now let's look at PJ Washington's positioning. It's actually really good right now. He's halfway between his man and the ball. He can help out in the post. He can close out on Siakam, but Scotty throws a bullet pass to the top of the three to Pascal. Like he doesn't even have time to catch the ball with two hands. He just catches it with one and he moves it very quickly. And if you can play it right now and just freeze it once Pascal catches the ball.
One single motion too. I'm gonna go slowly and there.
Good. Okay. So PJ Washington is now closing out on Pascal. Pascal up to this point was having a very good shooting night from three. So PJ Washington has to go and close out. And at this point, Pascal has options. He can shoot the three. He can try to take him off the dribble, or he has OG Anunoby nearly wide open to his right on the at the 45. And if we press play here,
And if I'm not mistaken, another way to say this is Pascal, especially based on his play today, was a triple threat.
yep,
So I'm gonna
absolutely.
play here, and you tell me when you want me to stop. So he drives,
This is
and
good. This is good what he just did.
do you want me
So
to
if
go
you
back there?
sorry, if you were to go back when Pascal drives it and he's at the top of the foul line, right there.
Perfect.
So Pascal decides to drive, and by driving, he's already beat PJ Washington. one of the McDaniels brothers,
Mm,
he has to now help out. PJ Washington's been beat off the dribble. This is the classic punch and pass.
yep.
So I draw two defenders. I'm leaving OG Anunoby, who I think shot 85% from the three
Six
point
of
line tonight,
seven.
and he's wide open.
Splash.
Makes it real easy. This is um, very simple basketball on the offensive end, which was set up by Scottie's bullet pass to the top of the three.
Amazing stuff, honestly. And like to me, I see something like that. First of all, it's funny because immediately after you see OG go back and he's already up looking, head on a swivel, ready defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. The
Yep.
second thing that I like about this game, or sorry, that I like about this specific play is Scottie, when he caught the ball in that one motion, his head was also up. And that's one of the things that I notice about Scottie. He's always looking up. He doesn't have a lot of predetermined um, decisions. He's always kind of scanning the floor, kind of processing. Sometimes it can be a little bit quicker, just a little bit, but that's part of his growth. But he makes really good reads and really good decisions. We're going to
Yes.
go from that. We're going to close that one down so we don't get confused, and we're going to go to the next play. And before you say anything, like, you know what I'm going to say, but everyone says that those two have no synergy. And we just saw two plays in a row where the synergy exists, and this is not the first time. So,
And for the audience, you're referring to Pascal and Scottie, is that right?
Pascal and Scottie.
Mm,
Um, Part of the future core of the Raptors for sure, no matter what happens at the break. So let's start from the
agreed.
very beginning of this play. Wasn't a hockey assist this time by Barnes because it was an assist to Pascal Siakam, and you tell me when you want me to stop.
Okay. So you can hit play and freeze. So what we just saw was Scottie handing the ball off to Gary. It's a bit of a pick and roll, basically. That's what they're doing. Scottie doesn't have like the full screen. He kind of slips a little bit. He pushes off on ball. Scottie now has a lane to the basket. Um, he can try to go to the rim, and as we see right now, he has options if he wants.
He does have
He
options.
goes to the rim and now hit play and then quickly pause.
Okay.
Freeze. PJ Washington, number 25, is guarding Pascal Siakam.
Where is he
Head,
looking?
headed right at the rim because he expected Scottie to take the shot. And I think actually a lot of people did.
Yep.
But once again, Pascal Siakam, wide open at three, shot the ball fairly well from three tonight. And this, once again, the, he has so much time to take the three. Scottie scanning the court makes it easier for everyone to set up and shoot. He's also got OG in the corner
He
because of his
does.
length and size, he could have made that pass to the corner, or Pascal could have reversed it to OG to the corner as well. Once again, scanning the floor, seeing what you have.
Absolutely. And honestly, I'm just gonna go slow motion to the end of this play just to see. But even then, Pascal himself, because of the gravity that Scotty has created, he also has options as well. He can take a wide open three. OG is in a somewhat like you can there's a lot of and there's 17 seconds left on on the clock. There's things that you can do on this play. Of course, Pascal decides to shoot. Good decision because there's no way that PJ Washington was going to make that closeout in time. And it was a wide open jumper. Good stuff. And this game, I noticed that there was a ton of ball movement by the Raptors. They did a good job of sharing the ball, and that's why they got 32 assists in this one on, I think, 44 field goal attempts. Really good stuff.
This is one of their better offensive games of the year. They played well against Cleveland with their win that was in Cleveland. And this actually was a
Yes.
very good offensive game in terms of ball movement, limited isolation plays. Everybody was getting touches. Everybody was involved in the offense, and when that does happen, um, it certainly gives you a chance to win each game,
Yes.
particularly with this team.
Honestly, great stuff. And this is the type of, like, to me, this is what I've always envisioned from Vision 6-9. This is
Mm,
the potential. Now, again, there are some conversations that we will have in the future about, maybe there is too much redundancy, but the general idea is that you have at least three or four guys on the defensive end that can be versatile, switch defensively, and all of that. But on the offensive end, you can have three or four guys who have a mismatch on any given night. At the very bare minimum, you will at least find two guys with a mismatch, more
yeah,
than likely.
I think defensively the philosophy is more concrete, maybe is the
Mhm.
word I'm looking for, than what the philosophy is with Vision 6-9 offensively. That's more of I think that's a little bit more complicated, but
It is
certainly
more complex.
I do see your point on that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go to just the next one, and I just want to make sure it's the right one. Okay. So again, what about the lack of synergy? Just want to point that out one more last time, but
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
don't understand it. But we'll go from start to finish. Pascal starts with the ball, and you take it away, coach.
Sure. So what we have here is a three-man game with Pascal, Gary Trent, and Scottie Barnes. So if you want to hit play, freeze. So the first screen, as we know, it was a fake screen. Um, Pascal sets the screen, and he is about to pop. So he sets the screen. He's about to relocate to a different part of the floor. Scottie's going to be the one rolling. It's an easier pass for Gary Trent to make. So if we press play here, so if we do the slow-mo exactly, so Pascal will just go to the foul line. Scottie is now rolling. That's an easier pass for Gary Trent to make. Scottie then makes the pass to Pascal. He knows he's going to be there. I'm guessing this is a set play that they run.
Yes.
And because he knows that's coming, Pascal
Splash.
has a great look. That was a good three-man option because it plays to each person's strength in
It
this
does.
in this instance. Um, I would prefer Scottie be the roll man because when he's the roll man, he can make that final pass. Pascal can go
Inside of
really.
10 feet, he shoots 55%. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes. No, exactly. No, it's and then once again, Pascal has a good look. Boom.
Yeah.
So this play was set up to highlight the strengths of each player. If that was Scottie out of the three, it might not have worked the same way. Hard to say. But with Pascal out there, the numbers show that play will work better if he's out there. And Scottie is the role man, and Scottie is the one setting up Pascal. As you had mentioned before, he's the connector of the team, the point forward, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, point blank.
Point blank.
It's
Yeah.
just point blank. Yes, that maybe that's a new nickname that we need to add for him. But you know, again, his you can never have enough playmaking on this team or on any team, and we see it. Siakam has grown his playmaking over the past 2, 3 seasons. Even if you go back to Tampa, he actually grew it there. Obviously, there was a lot of problems with Tampa, but it grew there. Then you have Scottie Barnes, who is you can see it. It's not just flashes. he is probably the most cerebral playmaker that we have on this squad. The more playmaking that we have on the squad, the better. And so I really like the way that Nurse is using him and getting him involved with the offense. But also, I like how the offense as a whole moved this time. Nurse had an interesting quote. I don't know if you had a chance to see his post game conference before we go into the last play here. And he talked about how he gave them just a couple small, simple plays for this game. And I think we saw that. I think we saw that with the way that the offense moved. Whatever he did, whatever conversation happened, there was a change.
Yeah.
And hopefully that continues. Win or lose, I hope that this process continues because it was really nice. So the next play is not really as much about ball movement, but it's more about positioning. And so I think that it's important that the Raptors start getting back to fundamental things, boxing out, getting back in defense, just those simple things. When they do that, it makes a big difference. And a lot of teams don't do that. The best coach teams do that. So that's something that they got away from, I think, in the middle part of this half season so far. And I did see that in the latest part of the season, and I think we will see that in this play. There we go. All right. So the thing that we will notice is keep an eye on Siakam when I play this play for the first time. And I'll say that this was the second last big play that the Raptors had before the game was truly sealed. With the last play, we're not going to show it, but it was OG slamming that rock down, and I believe it was the play directly after this. So, Coach, I'm going to start the play, and
That'd
then
be
you
great.
tell me when you want me to stop. Okay.
Okay. Pause it. So this is interesting by Pascal. He starts out on the other side of the floor, and the side of the floor that is closest to Gary Trent when he takes a shot is wide open for positional, for him to come in and box out. I believe it's the McDaniels kid.
Yep.
And let's look at Pascal's position. It's near perfect to get an offensive rebound, and this is why. If he is where LaMelo Ball is right now, and LaMelo is more or less in the semicircle, Scottie can just push him under the rim. More than likely, Scottie would get the rebound. A
Mhm.
lot of a lot of bigs. It doesn't matter really what level you play at. They'll get into positional problems if they're too far under the rim trying to box out someone. Now, Pascal goes in closer to start his box out. McDaniels could have pushed him in even further. That's a rebound for McDaniels. But because Pascal basically jumped in right in front of him and happened to be located at the semicircle, that gives him room enough to go in and actually get the rebound where he did get it.
Yep. Right around here.
Yep, he gets it right around in the semicircle again, but if he goes in closer to the rim, he might not get that rebound, and then they kind of have him boxed in under the backboard. So,
Yep.
in term positioning matters when it comes to rebounding, for sure. And if you can get that position that Pascal get, you get a chance to get the rebound.
Absolutely. So that's all the plays that we have. That's all, folks. And so, with that being said, hopefully people enjoyed this breakdown. We're gonna keep talking after, just the two of us. So sorry, but keep coming back to this channel. Coach will definitely be here from time to time. And look out for the rest of the breakdowns that come out. And I hope everyone enjoys the game. And please stop hate watching the Raptors. Try to enjoy basketball a little bit, like please, for your own sanity. So yeah, any final words from you, Coach?
Appreciate the game of basketball, appreciate your team. We understand that everyone has their own cup of tea in terms of players. That's okay. But certainly, let's appreciate what we have right now. And you know what? Maybe we're building towards something. Maybe we're building towards getting out of the standings where we're at. We work our way into the play-in. Maybe we work our way into the top six. Let's see. Let's see where it takes us.
Absolutely. And honestly, I mean, if you've been a Raptors fan for a while, there have been darker days. So remember that, folks. It can
Yes.
get a lot worse. Never ask, can it get worse? I think we talked about that the other day. I'm like, you never ask, can it get worse?
I
Because
remember 2005. It was rough.
it can be rough. Dark days for some franchises. Everyone take care and like, subscribe, comment, and leave some feedback down below because I am always trying to learn genuinely. I know not everyone says that genuinely, but I actually do take your feedback into account and to heart.
True. He
So,
does. He does,
yes.
by the way. Any for me too as well. I absolutely will take it.
Absolutely. So, take care and have a good one.